Hi everyone, welcome to this channel. So what we are discussing today is about the things that we need to consider or prepare for when we are coming back to our country. That is when you've traveled out of the country for some couple of years and then you want to come back home. Here are the things that we need to consider. Coming back to the country after being away for some years, there were a lot of things that weren't going well, and this is per my own observation. The first thing to do is to prepare financially. It is really important. When I got here, I realized that the prices of goods and services increased drastically. What I left a year ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, is not the same as what I am coming or what I'm meeting at the moment. And I needed a lot of money to do a lot of things. For example, renting an apartment is expensive. Saving is very important because when you make up your mind that you're coming home, or even if it's not intentional and it's unplanned, you still need to save, because when you're coming back home, there's a lot of things that would change. The change would really be about things that will not favor you, things that would go against you in a way. So you need to save a lot of money whilst you are away, so that when you come back home, you'll be able to adjust. Don't come back broke. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself financially. You need money for accommodation, you need money for transport, you need money for feeding. When you're on your own, you have to take all the responsibility. You have to pay light bill, water bill, every single thing. So imagine if people here in the country are already complaining, and then you are coming back broke without anything. You're going to be in that same situation as everyone that is complaining. Even though you still complain about certain things, but not as compared to the regular, right? It's not easy. It won't be easy, but make it possible. Make it possible, and everything will be fine. Number two, have a purpose, have a goal. Why are you going back home? What is the plan? What is your plan? What do you want to do? What do you intend to do? Do you want to work? What work would you want to do? What do you aspire to become? You work towards it. What are you going home for? Are you going to work? Are you going to do research? What are you going to do? And you don't get there before you plan. You start planning before you go. Else, when you get there, you don't know what is going to happen. You don't know how quick you'll be able to start the whole process. And if you don't take time, even if you go with a lot of money, you're still going to spend a lot of money and you wouldn't get money. You wouldn't get money because you're not working. And so you're just giving out, giving away, giving everything out, and then you're not receiving money. You're not getting money back. If it is just for a short period, like for visiting, that is okay. But this topic is actually to people who are actually going for maybe a year or two or more. What are your intentions? Why are you going? And if you think the money you are going with is enough for you to use during that whole 1 year period without working, that is fine. It's up to you. But it's still advisable to have something doing when you go back home. Get the right contacts, reach out to the right people, have the right conversations, and start the right process. And then you get to the right way. Number three, you have to prepare emotionally. Don't have high expectations. Emotionally, because you left at the time you were with a lot of people, you encountered a lot of people, you had so many friends, you had this family member who calls to check up on you every single day before you traveled. You had friends that you were always vibing with, having fun before you travel. Now, when you're going back home, your expectations shouldn't be that high, that you're going to get that level of attention that you used to get, because things change. A lot of people are now busy doing their own stuff. The relationships you left behind, they can still be intact, but you should also know that there's a possibility that things are actually not going well, or just maybe you guys are just too busy doing your own stuff, doing different things. So a lot is going on in your lives. You're growing, you're maturing, and you wouldn't have that time that you used to have to spend with your friends, spend with the people around you, even with some of your family members. And so what I would say is that when you're coming, just stay calm, still have those people in mind. You can maintain that relationship. If you're giving that reach out energy and you're not getting it, don't be emotional about it. Just relax, do your thing. You have the reason, the plans, the reason why you came back, and so focus on that. But then if it's still intact, why not just vibe and go with the flow? 4, is it number 4? I'm not so sure of the number, but yeah, let's go. So the next point is preparing yourself mentally and psychologically. A lot of things will drive you crazy. Not only the system in which you find yourself, your environment, just everything around you, because whilst you're away, you've experienced a lot of things. You've experienced a lot of new things, new ways of doing things. You are now punctual, you respect time, and you do so many things different. And so when you go back and then you're sticking to respecting time and being punctual, you can easily get upset. And so if you're not mentally and psychologically ready for all of the stress that you're going through, that would be trouble. Because you get at events and you're on time, and then you wait for 1 hour before the program will start. If they say they're starting at 7 o'clock, you go there 7, they start at 8. It's like, that is how you were, right? But you've gone back to a certain country, not just a certain country, it can be like a certain institution in a country that you have gone to, and they have instilled discipline in you, and now the things that you do is different. So you come back home and you're very punctual, you respect time, but then you get to events on time and people are not there. You realize that a lot of things will go on that you don't agree with, and if you are not psychologically and mentally ready, you'll be driven crazy. Trust me. One thing I want to also say is get an apartment ready. If you know that you're staying with your parents and then you traveled, you are coming back home, you don't want to stay with your parents anymore, you want to live alone by yourself, maybe reasons known to you and yourself, whatever you want to do, but just prepare for it. Have an apartment ready. Know where you are going. Don't come and not have anywhere to stay. If you come and you don't have anywhere to stay and you're now about to look for a place to settle, it's going to be stressful. I went through it, so I know what I'm talking about. It's going to be stressful. It might be different for somebody. But out of experience, it's advisable to have a place, know where you're going. Don't come and then you're not going to stay with your parents, you're settling in a different city or in a different region or whatever, probably because of work or a project you're going to do, and then you come and then you don't even have an apartment, you're now coming to look for one. It's stressful to look for an apartment here in this country. It's really, really stressful. It took me a long time to find a place to stay. It involves like reaching out to agents. It's very hard for you to find the landlords or landladies themselves. You know, they entrust it in the hands of agents, and it's just so complicated. It's really complicated because you have to pay agent fee, you have to do so many things, go around, check the place, and then if you check the place and it's not good for you and you're searching for another place, you have to pay another agent fee. There are some people who told me that they pay for agent fees, and if they calculate all that money, it can actually rent a house, you know, rent a house for 1 whole month or even more. So yeah, get ready, get prepared financially, emotionally, psychologically, and mentally. Get yourself an apartment, right? Get yourself an apartment. Even if you don't get it before coming, at least have an idea where you're going to stay. Have an idea how much it costs before you get here. Thank you so much for watching. It's been nice sharing my experience with you. I hope you like it. You can share yours in the comment section and let's vibe. See you in the next one. Bye.